This is the kind that doesn't come off, but sometimes there's still like faux pas. Just do it old school. Just text me. Yeah. It's 3:03. (910) 6580. Did you have me? Welcome, everyone, to Rebel with a Cause. I am Simone D. Ross, a seventh-generation Colorado native who marvels daily at how incredibly beautiful Colorado is. We're all so fortunate to live and work in this majestic state. I also know that it's up to us to keep Colorado beautiful. And this is why I'm excited to join you this evening. Conservation Colorado is on the front lines, advocating for the preservation of this beautiful state that we all love. During our time together tonight, we hope you bid in our online auction. Grab your drink, get a little something to eat, enjoy the music, and listen in on conversations with some of our conservation champions. Our main event starts at 7 p.m. For the best experience, we recommend that you use 2 devices for the show tonight. Watch the show from your computer or laptop. We're broadcasting from Facebook tonight. Bid and donate using your cell phone, just like you have been doing this week for the silent auction. At Conservation Colorado, we take seriously our work in Spanish-speaking communities. A part of that means that we want to create a space where our Spanish-speaking members can participate and engage. So we will use simultaneous Spanish interpretation to create this space. If you prefer to listen to this event in Spanish, please click on the Zoom link above this screen. We will have interpreters for the whole event. Just make sure to simultaneously watch our video and mute it while listening to the live interpretation in Spanish. If you have any questions or if you run into any technical difficulties, please contact Jasmine at communitylanguage.org or at 720-935-0247. We want to take a moment to thank Indira and the Community Language Co-op for working with us to translate and interpret our event. A shout out to our happy hour sponsor, the Walton Family Foundation. We are so honored and excited to have this amazing foundation as our partner. Thank you for all that you do in the community and beyond. Don't forget to participate in our silent auction. Again, we recommend that you do your bidding through your mobile device. Look for a text message from 566-51 and click on the link to enter our online auction site. Then select Continue to begin building. We have some great items in the silent auction. Auction proceeds benefit the Conservation Colorado Education Fund, which works to educate the public, the media, and elected officials about policies related to protecting our land, water, air, and communities. All donations to the auction are tax deductible. The auction closes at 9 o'clock tonight. If you have questions or if you need help bidding, call Mary at 303-324-7552. We hope you've got the makings for your newfangled old fashioned, a special drink made for this event. Check out the recipe on our website, conservationco.org/attendrebelwithacause. Later in the happy hour, our communities and justice advocate, Sofia Mayat Guerrero, will be showing us how it's done. For now, though, I'm going to be turning this event over to Mr. Denver, Ian Tafoya, who has put together 3 10-minute sets for us of all Colorado music. You can read all about Ian on the Rebel page of our website, but I'll let him tell you more. Take it away, Ian.
Welcome, welcome, gentle listeners. You are listening to Mr. Denver, aka Ian Thomas Tafoya, and I am your DJ for Conservation Colorado's Happy Hour for Rebel with a Cause. I'm going to be bringing you some of my best Colorado-only mix this evening. If you haven't heard of me before, I play on KGNU, Boulder, Denver, and Fort Collins. I bring Colorado-only editions, meaning I bring only artists from these Colorado streets. I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy some of the artists. Maybe there's some you haven't heard before. I'm also going to take a minute to point out that I am the Colorado Field Advocate for Green Latinos. Green Latinos is a national nonprofit organization that convenes a broad coalition of Latino leaders committed to addressing national, regional, and local environmental, natural resources, and conservation issues that significantly impact the health and welfare of the Latino community in the United States. I'm a happy partner often with Conservation Colorado, and I'm excited to be bringing you 3 different sets tonight. One of a message about unity, another about industry, and then we're going to close out with a great dance party. Catch me on the other side where I'll tell you the artists and we'll hand it off to the others. Thank you.
Someday. Let's go, Trent. Might as well start with me. Let's go. They love my vibe, they just mad they ain't found theirs. But if they looked inside, they would see it's right there. I'm masked up and I sliced all my slight fears. Was able to live in that dark cause I'm a light seer. They try to count me out, then call me out, I'm right here. Light years ahead, but didn't have a light year. The solutions crept up when I made the plan. The evolution sped up and made me who I am. So I don't understand how I got depression still. And they don't comprehend why I got an aggressive feel. The aggression's real, but the progression still keep me motivated cause I hate standing still. I'm trying to stack a couple bills and never miss a bill. I'm trying to stack a couple meals and never miss a meal. I'm sorry that I kept you waiting, no you missed the feel. I'm sorry that I kept you waiting, no you missed the real. Dark days, bright days, hopefully this change gon' bring me change someday. One day, yeah, I could get $1 out this world, but I promise it's some change.
You know, I think people been doing too much talking. Talking about right, wrong, war, peace. But what I'm talking about is unity. Unity under this groove. Let me show you. Everybody come together now. Cause this groove that we are putting down ain't about to wait for you to decide the why, the what, the how. Step on the floor and settle in. Let the speed be your medicine. No, this ain't a debate. Listen to what we say. We are teachers, teach your lesson. Get up and clap your hands. Oh, what it is. Don't you see what we're coming with now? What we're spreading across this land. Go on, tell them. It's love and unity. You know, I think some people are trying to come against it, though.
Every day people talk with their fingers. Stinging words whose poison seems to linger. Drawing lines and searching for the ringer to shut it all down.
I've been round, I've been getting down, I've been hearing sounds of people wondering what to do. But when I'm with my crew, I can feel the love, I'm hot as a dove. Gotta give it up to everyone who's living proof. This world is more than just
talking round and round while feeling crazy. Calling for action while being lazy. I'd rather just dance here with my baby to this funky sound. Get up and clap your hands.
I get down.
Don't you see?
We gotta get it now.
We're spreading across this land.
Some love and unity.
Love and unity.
We gotta take it high. Show 'em. What it is.
Love and unity.
So there it is. We gotta come together. 'Cause we gotta forget about what we hate. When we're all together on what we love.
us pass on a path of individuality, mortality. Rates are safe, change, let it be your parade. Who you were was right here and now. What is until the next round of greatness. The world is spacious for you, me, we. Leadership for the people, monumental, non-conventional, powerful, non-segregational. Can we be on the same page though? I really do believe so. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. Majority population, constipation, health from opening doors of occupations. Resistance must remain persistent. Success is a mess. Overnight, no such thing can exist. Self over color remain top ingredient. Every day is a new day to create possibility. Accountability will create the sustainability. Fight to create your embodiment. It'll all unfold and show. We not all that different. Receive the message though. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know. That was me before, but who am I now? Look at me now, you won't know.
Welcome back, listeners out there. I hope you're enjoying your happy hour. We started out with Change by J Triple. Then the Burrows from Greeley, Colorado with Love and Unity. What you just heard was Anaru, You Won't Know. Anaru hails from Aurora, Colorado. Super down activist who works on food justice out in Aurora. What you just heard were 3 local artists. What can you do? Go support them. Check them out on their Facebook pages. Find their music. Right now we need unity for the arts. If you want to find out more about Green Latinos, go to greenlatinos.org. If you want to hear more of my mixes, you can go to afterfm.com/MR Denver, Mr. Denver. And with that in mind, I'm going to pass it back over to Simone. I'll catch you all in a minute.
I have to let you in on a little secret. I was dancing. I hope you all were dancing too. Thank you, Ian. That was fantastic. So I want to see how you all are supporting Conservation Colorado tonight. So post your pictures and tag Conservation Colorado at Conservation Colorado, either on Facebook or on Instagram. Because I'm thinking that you're having as much fun as I'm having. We just want to see it. So we'll return to Ian in just a few minutes, but I want to give you a quick reminder to check out the silent auction. It ends tonight at 9 p.m. So use your mobile phone to bid. There are some amazing mountain stays, family goodie baskets, amazing local art, and so much more. Dinner and wine party for 8 with executive chef Fourlines, a climate discussion with Denver 7 meteorologist Mike Nelson, a framed print of sunrise at Columbine Falls, and a New Belgium brewery beer basket. Shout out to our leader donor, New Belgium Brewing. And shout out to our advocate level sponsors, Alpine Bank, Kaplan Kirsch Rockwell, Elevations Solutions, Vision Ridge Partners, Western Conservation Action, and the League of Conservation Voters. And now, I'd like to introduce Sofia Mayat Guerrero, the Communities and Justice Advocate at Conservation Colorado, who has made her own version of an old favorite just for this event. Take it away, Sophia.
Hi, today we are going to be making an original cocktail for the Rebel Gala called the Newfangled Old Fashioned. This drink is essentially an old fashioned with some Colorado and new twists in order to remind us that that is really what it takes to make environmental progress. So what you'll need for this cocktail is a shaker or a pint glass filled with ice, a Colorado peach bourbon. This one's Fireside. I know Leopold's makes one and there might be others. Grenadine, peach bitters, some sugar, and then of course a tumbler with a large ice cube or additional ice to serve it in. So you'll take your shaker or your pint glass and you'll add about 2 ounces of peach bourbon. Now add a splash of grenadine. If you love that cherry flavor, add a little bit more. And if you're not so keen on it, just add a smaller amount. Now you're gonna add peach bitters. If I was gonna write this recipe down, I'd say 3 dashes, but you should put in how many bitters you enjoy. I like quite a few. And then just a pinch of sugar to round out the flavor. And now if you're not using a shaker, make sure that you use a long stick or spoon to really stir the drink well and make sure that it gets fully incorporated and nice and cold, or shake it if you have a shaker. Then you'll want to put it in your pour. Look at that beautiful pink color. And if you're really feeling it, you can add a cherry as a garnish. And there you have it, the Newfangled Old Fashioned. Cheers. Hi, today we are going to be making an original cocktail for the Rebel Gala called the Newfangled Old Fashioned. This drink is essentially an old fashioned with some Colorado and new twists in order to remind us that
Welcome back, gentle listeners. Thank you so much, Sophia. Hey everyone, this is Mr. Denver, aka Ian Thomas Tafoya, and I am your DJ for Conservation Colorado's Happy Hour for Rebel with a Cause. Our first mix was all about unity. This mix is about industry and the front lines fighting back. You know, I have the opportunity of working with frontline groups across this state. I'm going to start with the song Industry about fossil fuel extraction and fracking in the North Fork Valley. Then we're going to come back with Rocks from Los Mocochetes, a Chicano funk band here in town, talking about the industry of incarceration. Then we're going to go back to Let Them Roar from the Roaring Fork Valley with Mountain Song, a song that was written about strip mining and the impacts to their water and their hot springs, which is a huge economic part of that valley. And then we're going to close out with I Can't Breathe the Air by DJ Kavum, local food justice advocate here, really talking about this I Can't Breathe has to do with the air and police. So with that in mind, we're going to start out with Industry.
It's a small town, Sunday morning. You can hear them folks down at the cafe. Talking, 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 till the coffee cups rattle and the windows shake. You should listen, 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 listen. Ain't you're gonna break industry. It's moving in. They're making a killing. We got a government working for them. It's not working for you and me. It's working for industry. For industry.
Grab your rocks and go. Today is the day that we all had enough. Fight for what was yours. Today is the day that we take back control. Time to let them know. The people are tired of bearing their own. Let our children go. Oh, the people are tired of going to sleep to the sounds of shots fired. We live on the wild. We're sleeping volcanoes are up to survive, y'all. We've had our backs against the wall first in time now. It ain't right now. Discrimination plagues our lives and our rights. It's time that we fight, so grab your rocks and roll. Today is the day that we all had enough. Fight for what was yours. Today is the day that we take back control. Time to let them know. The people are tired of bearing their own. Let our children go. Hey, yo, where I'm from, it's hard to breathe. Ask George Floyd, he was choked by the T's his last breath, with the throat full of knees. So now we got the hood screaming, "F the police," where I'm from. We got legalized weed, but we still got the cops killing innocent peeps. So we won't stand for your violence. We won't stand for your justification. It's nonsense. Mr. Officer, where is your conscience? How could you hit someone when they're unconscious? How the hell we supposed to feel safe when you the reason why we all feel afraid? Marvin Booker did not die in vain. It's cause the pig shoved his nose in his brain. The cops got away with the free slate, while the people just mourn at his grave. So if you want justice, stand up and put your fist like this, come on. And if you down for the cause, grab your rocks, let's get down. Grab your rocks and roll. Today is the day that we all had enough. Fight for what was yours. Today is the day that we take back control. Time to let them know. People are tired of getting know. Let our children go.
I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. You may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away. Not with me watching, no, you can't just take my dreams away. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take our dreams away. You may
gold handlebars.
Hybrid Lex, hybrid Prius, hybrid Hummer car, pool pumping speakers. See me rolling deep, bird dogging with a tweeter. Meet me in the lobby with 100 young ladies. If you all have bikes, then you wouldn't go far. Ever try to ride a bike behind the car? Got asthma in the hood, see we putting up a fight. 10 polluters hit them bells on my bike. I'm a singer like. I can't breathe the air. I can't breathe the air. We tell polluters like. I can't breathe the air. I can't breathe the air. Whole streets, all streets, it's political call. Talking power shift at the National Mall. Brushing off them chemtrails, hopefully ain't on my plants. There's enough black dust coming from your power plant. Hit my low rider as I hit the corner. While we all got asthma, tell me who the owner. Mercury in the fish, man, don't you see the acid rain? Weatherman, they go insane. Tell me I can make a change, cause I can't breathe the air. I can't breathe the air. We tell polluters like. I can't breathe the air. I can't breathe the air.
Solar power, wind power, geothermal, people power.
Earth ships.
Brown power, black power, people power. Solar power, geothermal, people power.
Earth ships.
Brown power, black power, people power. Solar power, geothermal, people power.
Earth ships.
Brown power, black power, people power. Solar power, geothermal, people power.
Earth ships.
Brown power, black power,
Where
people
my Earth Guardians at? Real G's with the biodiesel Cadillac. Nothing but hood facts. Hybrid with the solar switches. I'm a GM from the.
Welcome back, listeners. What you were just listening to was I Can't Breathe the Air by local food justice activist, vegan chef Ita Vita, aka DJ Kavam. You heard Mountain Song by Let Them Roar, Rocks by Los Mocochetes, and Industry by Gabriel Luis. With that, back to you, Simone.
Thank you, Ian. I seriously can't stop dancing. Thank you for the music tonight and for being a climate champion in your own right. We hope you're all enjoying us tonight on YouTube. And we want to see how all of our other climate champions are supporting Conservation Colorado tonight. So take some pictures, show us how DJ Ian has you moving, and tag us at Conservation Colorado and use the hashtags, #CocoRebel2020. And speaking of climate champions, I'm pleased to introduce two of Colorado's most fabulous, Senator Faith Winter and Representative Dominique Jackson. These ladies are an unstoppable duo. They work tirelessly at the Capitol to make sure that our voices are heard. And because of them, Colorado is on track to leave a better future for our kids and grandkids. They were sponsors of the one-in-a-generation climate legislation that was passed in 2019. But I'll let them tell you that story.
Hi, everyone. I'm State Senator Faith Winter.
Hey, everybody. I'm State Representative Dominique Jackson. We are pleased that you are here tonight for Conservation Colorado's annual Rebel with a Cause Gala.
This is one of my very favorite organizations. Dominique, did you know I used to work for Conservation Colorado?
I have intel, girlfriend. I have intel, yes. I did actually know that. And we are here tonight to ask all of you to also support this incredible organization. So I got to tell you, I know that we couldn't do the work that we do at the legislature without the guidance and the passion and the absolute force of nature that is everybody at Conservation Colorado. These great leaders help all of us be great leaders on climate change.
You're so right, Dominique. And we needed Conservation Colorado, and we need your help in 2021. When we set out to tackle climate change in our state, we passed House Bill 1261, which is a national standard for carbon reduction goals. And we had two things in mind: to do what science wants us to do and act as a model. But we're not done yet, because guess what? We have to make sure 1261 gets implemented and takes on things like transportation and energy efficiency.
We are working hard. We are still working hard. And Conservation Colorado works hard. They fought alongside us to get this nationally leading targets for reducing pollution into Colorado law. It's a big deal. Now, we're asking all of you to do a little bit more. It's not going to be easy. But we know that we can do it because guess what? We've done it before and we're going to do it together.
And with your help, we know we can do it again. When we talk about tackling climate change, it's across transportation, energy efficiency. It's about protecting our lands and our water. And that's why you're all here tonight. And together with you joining Conservation Colorado and Conservation Colorado helping us, I know that Colorado can be a leader in making sure that we're addressing our environmental issues.
There's a lot to do. I'm hoping that we get to grow our clean energy economy. And this is really a big deal. Help to institute real, systemic equity and inclusion. Put it in state statute to bring absolutely true economic justice warriors to the table to have a voice saving our collective health and our economy.
Yes, thank you, Dominique, for bringing up environmental justice, right? We know climate change is impacting communities of color, and Conservation Colorado is a huge driver in making sure that we are working with, alongside with, and for impacted communities. And we can't do that alone.
So this event, 2020, sure, it might be a little different, but it doesn't mean that we can't celebrate and look forward to the future and work together.
We're so happy to have you here with us tonight. I hope you all have fun with this online gala. Have a wonderful evening, and I can't wait to see you at the Capitol in 2021.
See ya!
Thank you, Senator Winter and Representative Jackson. It's so exciting to have you here. Just a quick reminder for everyone, the auction closes at 9 p.m. It's not too late to pick up a dinner for two, get some outdoor gear, or a hike with an elected official. Also, we wanted to make sure that we thank the rest of our sponsors: Kittleman and Associates, Suffer Better, Progress Now, Mighty Arrow Family Foundation, Hilltop Public Solutions, The Pivot, Global Strategies Group, Moxie Media, James Crow, J&Z Strategies, Solidarity Strategies, Strategies 360, Innovo Foundation, Southwest Energy Efficiency Project, Headwaters Strategies, Javelina, and our nonprofit partners, Western Resource Advocates and New Era. Now, I'll turn it over to two of Colorado's top legislative leaders, Senate President Leroy Garcia and Speaker Alec Garnett. These two both have been great champions of Conservation Colorado, from making Colorado a national leader on climate change to helping establish new state parks and funding for water. Senator and Representative, take it away.
Good evening. I'm Colorado President Leroy Garcia.
And I'm House Majority Leader Alec Garnett. And we're so pleased that you're here tonight for Conservation Colorado's annual Rebel with a Cause Gala.
Yeah, tonight we'll be hearing from a number of different leaders, political leaders, environmental champions, youth, and others who are transforming this state in leading on environmental issues. Alec, maybe you could share with us why you're an environmental champion.
Yeah, thanks, Senator Garcia. You know, I love working with Conservation Colorado. We have done great things in the past from protecting our air quality and our water. You know, I look forward to working with Conservation Colorado in 2021. And Senator Garcia, I know that you are an environmental leader yourself. Tell us why protecting the environment is important to you personally.
Well, like so many Coloradans, I really enjoy biking, hiking, fishing, all that Colorado's outdoors have. And as a sixth generation Southern Coloradan, you know, it's one of the things that I want to leave to my children, the stewardship of a great environment for the next 6, 7, 8, 9 generations.
I couldn't agree with you more. I'm a fourth generation Coloradan. I have 2 young kids, and I want to protect Colorado's air and water and environment, protect our public lands so that they can share in the things that I've loved about this state. Conservation Colorado is an amazing organization, and the bottom line is that this is a great group of people accomplishing amazing work, and all of you here are supporting them, and we should support them.
Alec is right. It's a great organization and doing great work. We couldn't do this work without you. So we hope you'll have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful evening all, and we look forward to seeing you at the Capitol, either in person or remotely in 2021.
Welcome back, gentle listeners. This is Mr. Denver, aka Ian Thomas Tafoya. Want to thank President Garcia and Leader Garnett. Thank you for being with us this evening, and a special thanks to our happy hour sponsor, the Walton Family Foundation. I hope you've enjoyed the mixes I've played for you so far. You've heard close to 10 local artists from your community, all races, all genders, all peoples from the Colorado streets. I got one more mix for you, and it's a dance mix. I hope that you're all ready to get up out of your seats. I hope that you're all bidding to support this great organization. Again, if you want to find more of my music, afterfm.com/MR Denver, Mr. Denver.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late.
No worries. Let's just get right into it.
What's it gonna take to make you dance with me? What's it gonna take to make you mad with me? What's it gonna take to make you rise up with me? What's it gonna take to make you look, get 'em hooked, make 'em see?
Don't beat yourself up, you know we all have those days. Gotta shake it all off, girl, there's fire to make. It's just me and the melodies, the drums and the bass, but it doesn't matter, they don't care anyway.
The measure of my heart is like the measure of my waist. Got an app to filter out my face. So we can sell 'em and sell out our every line. So strange to me, I gotta find my heart with the click drum telling me where to start. I want you to feel my pulse and then drop a beat to match my BPM. Let me go one time and then you'll see that I don't need your drum machine. This is why my heart beats. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Oh, yes, let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. I don't need your drum machine. This is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby. Let your heart
I can make it my own without ever taking the soul away. Won't worry about the players telling me they can't go today. I need to get my work done, I need to get near. I can't depend on others when it's all right here.
So what's it gonna take to make you dance with me? What's it gonna take to make you mad with me? What's it gonna take to make you rise up with me? What's it gonna take to make you look, get 'em hooked, make 'em see? I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat. Oh, yes, let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Oh, yes, let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat.
Track so hot you gotta hose us off. This a life of animals, Noah's Ark. Too many different styles off, using the one we abusing them, son, and we going hard. We trying to make the most of art. It'll make you get out of your seat, no Rosa Parks. Number one on the drums and my flow was raw. Add a little Sam to the show, it's on. Studio producers and the live ones too. It's all for us, so let me vibe with you. My time with you will be full of the movements, grooving. You know I'll ride with you. That funk may be uptown, but we do it all downtown. You know it's all about the love now. Powwow, now we get into the rhythm and we give it a little bit of the real, and we out now.
I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat. Oh, yes, let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Oh, yes, let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat.
Yeah, yeah. gravity. Everything is just enough. Whisper that you love it, love it, love it. Baby, I'ma let you see. Gonna feel like gravity when you trust me and you touch me. Never saw insanity. Gonna feel like, gonna feel like, gonna feel like, gonna feel like, gonna feel like gravity.
Welcome back, listeners. You were just listening to Forgive Me by the most promising and fastest rising female DJ here in Colorado, Maddie O'Neill, featuring R&B singer Mandy Groves. That was remixed by Sparky, another local producer. They actually put a whole album out, all mixed by different producers. Each one of those songs sounds different, even though the bass song's the same. We started with Paul Jr., Heartbeat, from his title album Santa Fe Drive, and then Wilbo featuring Michelle Roque, Gravity. I want to say thanks for tuning in today. It's been a pleasure to be your DJ. And I just want to say, I'm in it for the fight for climate justice with you. It's going to take every single one of us. I hope that we can bring more fun to the movement. I actually have a chance to DJ marches and sine waves, and I think we need to bring fun and hope and unity back to this work. Much love, y'all.
Thank you so much, Ian, for those fabulous all Colorado tunes. I hope you all had fun during the happy hour. We are excited to get started. A few announcements. The auction is still open until 9 p.m. Go and check it out. There are some really, really great items, including happy hour with Senator Steve Finberg and a walk with House Majority Leader Casey Becker. All proceeds from the auction go to support Conservation Colorado Education Fund, and they are tax deductible. Are you registered to bid? If you're not registered yet, text CONSERVE to 566-51. Spanish translation is available for the program this evening. Please see the link on our website, conservationco.org. If you are having any technical difficulties, please contact the Boulder Events team. You can reach Tori at 720-485-0141 or Mary at 303-324-7552. And now I'm going to turn this over to Conservation Colorado Executive Director, climate fighter, political analyst extraordinaire, leader in the fight for protection of our Colorado air, land, water, and communities, Kelly Nordini.
Thank you, Simone, and thank you to everyone who's joining us tonight virtually. What a time to be together. I've been looking forward to 2020 since, well, pretty much election night in 2016, as I'm guessing many of you have. But 2020 has not at all been the year that we expected. We've seen the ravages of a pandemic, a recession, racial injustice, climate change, and a true crisis in national leadership. And through it all, two things have really given me hope. First, my teenage daughters, who remind me pretty much on a daily basis that they will do it better, which I hope they are very right. And secondly, our work and our leadership together with you here in Colorado. And last week with the elections, you made us very Colorado proud. Together, we defeated Donald Trump, elected Biden, and let's not forget our first woman and woman of color, Vice President Kamala Harris. We kicked out Cory Gardner, expanded our state Senate majority, and elected pro-conservation majorities on key county commissions. It truly was a night that Colorado delivered. But that's really not all you've accomplished. Thanks to you, Colorado is poised to continue our national climate leadership, reforming oil and gas, protecting 30% of our lands and water by 2030, and tackling environmental injustice. We have a terrific track record here in Colorado, and really it's thanks to you. We would not be able to do this work without you, and it's why we're so glad you've joined us tonight. I want to thank a few of our key partners that you've heard from tonight. First of all, I have to thank Ian Tafoya, Mr. Denver, for providing the audio tonight. He's a terrific partner in our work and apparently a great DJ as well. And our own Sophia Mayot Guerrero. She's our Conservation Colorado Communities and Justice Advocate and apparently a really good mixologist as well. I hear the drink is terrific. I'm looking forward to one after the event. And our legislative leadership, Senate President Leroy Garcia, our newly elected House Speaker, Alec Garnett, and two terrific climate champs, State Senator Faith Winter and Representative Dominique Jackson. I also want to thank a few folks that you haven't heard from tonight, and that's the dozens of folks who ran for office across Colorado on strong pro-conservation platforms. You remind us every day how important public service is and that each voice really does matter. Thank you for your service. And I'm thrilled tonight that we are going to be joined by three terrific Colorado leaders. We have U.S. Senator-elect John Hickenlooper, Congressman Jason Crow, and Garfield County Commission candidate and our strong partner in advocacy, Beatrice Soto. Take it away, Governor Hickenlooper.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Hickenlooper, and I'm so proud to have the opportunity to represent you all in the United States Senate. As exciting as these past few days have been, and they've been pretty exciting, I want to take a moment to reflect on the lives impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. To everyone who's lost a loved one or has been impacted themselves, We hold you in our hearts, and I will do everything I can to fight for you in Washington. One thing has always been true about this election: any path to victory runs through Colorado, and thanks to you, we were victorious. I wanted to leave you with two specific messages tonight. Protecting our public lands and tackling climate change are issues that unite us all as Coloradans, and we won because we made those issues central to our campaign. The work that Conservation Colorado does on the ground and in the halls of government is key to that success. And I want to congratulate all of you on electing climate champions at all levels and in all corners of our state. Next, we've got to do a lot in Washington. Together, we'll work to pass the CORE Act with Senator Bennett and Congressman Neguse. We'll bring people together to finally begin actually fighting climate change on a national level. And we'll continue to invest and we'll invest in and support our outdoor recreation industry. We'll fight for clean air and water and make sure that we are always fighting for equity in our climate solutions. Thank you, Conservation Colorado, and thank you to everyone joining us tonight to fight for Colorado's air, land, water, and people.
Hi, Conservation Colorado Gala attendees. It's Jason Crow here, joining you remotely from the 6th Congressional District. And I know we want to be together again, but we're doing what we need to do to keep each other safe. So hope to be with you in person sometime soon. These last few days, and really the last few years, have been a complete whirlwind, a real challenge. But I am proud of what we have accomplished here in Colorado. Not just keeping CD6 blue, but electing John Hickenlooper and, of course, Joe Biden, a man whose compassion and kindness has defined his service. And with his election, we made it clear as a country who we want to be and what direction we want to move. So now we have the opportunity to come together as a nation to tackle our collective challenges. Even though I wasn't knocking doors in the same way this year, I heard so much from my constituents about how important environmental issues are to them. That's why I promised to fight for climate and environmental justice when I get back to DC. And some of you may know that my wife is a CU professor who has dedicated her life to studying some of the most challenging environmental and public policy challenges we face. Desiree truly is the brains behind the environmental operation on Team Crow. So the entire Crow family is focused on these issues. Thanks for the support of Conservation Colorado and the League of Conservation Voters. I have helped lead some of Congress's climate change and environmental issues. Last year, for example, Congress passed and the President signed into law my Save Energy Act, a residential energy efficiency tax credit. And as a member of the Armed Services Committee, I passed the Military Installation Resiliency Assuredness Act to ensure that we are addressing the national security challenges posed by the climate crisis. And I also launched the Sustainable Power Initiative to bring together top policy and government experts in Washington to expedite the Department of Defense's transition to renewable energy. But we know there is so much more to do. I'm proud that we have made clean energy and protecting our public lands issues in Colorado. And I'm so grateful for the direct support for our campaign with programs like the Green Wave Joint Organizing Coalition and Conservation Colorado's Protejete work in communities in our district and across Colorado. And in the months and years to come, you can count on me to continue the work to pass the CORE Act, promote clean energy and energy-efficient technologies, and fight for clean air and water. Conservation Colorado and League of Conservation Voters are organizations well worthy of your support, and I look forward to working together to fight back against the climate crisis and to leave a better world for our children and grandchildren. Thank you so much.
Buenos dias. My name is Beatriz Soto. As many of you know, I'm a proud 22-year resident of Colorado and Garfield County. I'm running for Garfield County Commissioner, and I'm told there are approximately 750 ballots left to be counted and cured. So we are waiting patiently for the official results. Garfield County is a very special place. In many ways, it's a microcosm of Colorado and rural America. Locally, we have an outdoor recreation industry that is growing as the oil and gas industry wanes. We are also witnessing an immense growth, and strong Latino community. My day job as a conservation organizer is as director of Defiende Nuestra Tierra for the Wilderness Workshop, where I help bring new diverse voices to protect our local public lands and our environment. I have really loved the partnership with Conservation Colorado, a talented group of people who deserve your support. Conservation Colorado is a great partner to work with. Through their Protégete program and Aaron, the Roaring Fork organizer, we have empowered many local Latinos and Latinas to partake in Latino Advocacy Day and learn how to fight for a healthy planet. I was, of course, hoping to join you here tonight as a winner for county commissioner, but life doesn't always work that way. And sometimes we just have to be patient and wait for official results. First, I want to say elections and civic engagement are extremely important. From the election of Biden down to my own race for county commissioner. I fundamentally believe that we cannot create change without people in office who are willing to fight for us. That's why I ran for office. That's why I do political organizing. And that's why I'm a proud partner with Conservation Colorado, who puts everything on the line to get pro-conservation candidates into office. Second, representation really matters. I'm a Latina who is a mother of a 9-year-old little boy. I want him to have a stable climate and an economy as he grows older. Locally, for more than 46 years combined, we've had the same older white men leading this county. And many of us feel it's time for a change. I'm proud to have shown that this is possible, to take on the establishment and get within a margin of error of winning. This was a hard year to run for office because of COVID limitations and the fact that we joined the race really late. Lastly, no matter what happens in my race, my election was a success. Colorado pundits are now calling Garfield County a swing county. We were able to elevate the Latino vote by 20%. On top of that, we also broke records of young voters. So we know sometimes change is slow, especially systematic change. And I couldn't be more proud of what my team has done for moving this county and the Western Slope forward. For this, gracias. For organizations like Conservation Colorado and supporters like you, gracias. Thank you for helping us change the Western Slope. And I hope to see you all here sometime soon.
Thank you so much, Senator-elect Hickenlooper, Representative Crow, and Beatriz Soto. I have the very special opportunity tonight to introduce 2 young women who are making a difference in their communities. Alexis is an organizer for Protégete, a program of Conservation Colorado. Protégete means protect yourself, and organizers empower people of color to build a more powerful and influential voice for frontline communities who often suffer the worst environmental burdens, and their associated health impacts include increased rates of asthma and respiratory disease. Elva is a senior at Metro State University and is a leading advocate for climate change in Colorado. Thanks to you both for fighting to make Colorado a better place. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Covarrubias, and I'm a Protégete organizer with Conservation Colorado. Protégete is our Latinx outreach and engagement program, and its purpose is to elevate Latinx voices to policymakers. I'm thrilled tonight to be able to speak with Elva Parga. Elva recently graduated from our marquee training program called the Promotores Program, and is one of our best leaders. Hi, Elva. Thanks for being here with me today. Tell us a bit about yourself and why you're passionate about climate and racial justice.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. And yeah, sure. I'm a student at MSU Denver, senior year. My major is in mechanical engineering technology with a focus in manufacturing. I was born in El Paso, Texas, but I've been living here in Denver since I was 3, so I consider Denver my home, which kind of leads to why I care about all of this. Colorado is known for its outdoor activities and all that. And personally, I like to go hiking and camping and all that. So I think preserving these lands are very important in that aspect. And then, if we go deeper into it, of course, we start seeing how climate change and racial injustice kind of go hand in hand many times. And, being Latina living in a community that, a community of color, I see the effects that climate change has. So, of course, I want to do something about it. So that's why I'm getting a little more involved as I go.
Excellent. As a young person, what is most inspiring to you about the climate and environment movement? And also, where do you think our movement needs to improve?
I would say that the most inspiring thing to me would be seeing that the youth, finally being fed up with how things are being running, and we're taking upon ourselves to get things done. I feel like it's the kind of anarchy that we need right now. And I would say that the only issue I have seen that does require some improvement is kind of that elitist mentality that a lot of people have regarding, fighting climate change and stuff. You always have that person saying, "Oh, I do this, I do that. What do you do?" It's like, "Oh, you're not doing enough. You're doing it wrong." And I feel like that's kind of counterproductive. Instead of inspiring people to do more, they might be discouraged, and we need more people to do stuff, not stop completely. For example, my family and I, we all work in this household, and for a long time we had more than one job at a time. So the moment that we got home, we would get home really late at night. The last thing in our mind was to, go through our trash to like recycle and all that stuff. Like, we each have like our own life that we have to deal with, on a daily basis. So not everyone is able to do everything, but the small amount that we can do is huge, especially nowadays.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And the last question I have for you, Elva, is if there's one thing that you would call on everyone in this virtual room to do to fight climate change and for climate justice, what would it be?
I would say to get more involved. And I mean, that sounds kind of obvious, but I mean it in a larger scale, like how I was saying earlier, not everybody's able to, go zero waste, lifestyle type of thing. But what I mean to get more involved is, we have to get out there and we need to push big corporations, stop their damage, what they're doing at a huge scale. Um, we need to push them to find better alternatives because no matter what a single person does, if they go zero waste, like I said, some big company out there is doing the pollution at a larger scale for them. So we need to pay attention to who's in charge of making these decisions. We have to remember that we the people are in charge, not the people in office, not the people that say they're like higher ups or whatever. We're in charge of them. So we need to get out there and make our voices heard and our actions noticed.
Yeah, thanks so much, Elva. Keep up the great work. And back to you, Simone.
Thank you, Alexis. It's fantastic to hear from so many strong women tonight. And I'm pleased to introduce another. State Senator Julie Gonzalez is an organizer's elected official. She's a longtime organizer and social justice advocate who knows how to get results. Senator Gonzalez is a champion for Colorado's air, water, climate, and communities, and Conservation Colorado's 2020 Legislator of the Year.
Hi, everyone. State Senator Julie Gonzalez, and I represent North, West, and downtown Denver in the State Senate. I'm so humbled to receive the Conservation Colorado Legislator of the Year award. As a longtime community organizer, I've had the honor to work for justice alongside Conservation Colorado long before I was even elected to office. Your theory of change, which combines grassroots organizing, civic engagement and elections work, and advocacy work, has resulted in concrete policy changes that has improved the lives of Coloradans. It's what we need. Organizations who work to get us champions elected, who then support us once we're in office in order to get good policy done. Together, we've built a broad coalition and successfully passed HB 1265 this year, a bill that held toxic polluters accountable. We know there's still so much work to be done, but the fact that we were able to find a pathway forward in spite of the pandemic is a testament to the power of our collective work. 2020 has been a hell of a year, and being on this side of the most important election of our lives, I bet we're all exhausted. But 2020 unveiled the true impacts of structural racism, the economic chasms between the wealthy and the rest of us, and it also laid bare the impacts of ignoring our climate crisis. We're not even close to hitting our carbon pollution reduction goals. Black and brown communities across our state remain disproportionately impacted by air and water pollution. And we live in a state where, even despite our amazing recreation opportunities, too often people of color don't feel safe or welcome in the outdoors. But I'm gonna be honest, 2021 is gonna be even more intense, because now that all of those inequities have been laid bare, it will be upon all of us to work together to address them. And so, in 2021, I'll continue to work alongside the communities who too often have been left out of the policy-making discussion entirely. Immigrants, working class people, Latinos, and young people on the issues of affordable and accessible housing, the transformation of our criminal legal system, working to make our tax policy more just, and working alongside y'all to advance environmental justice. I can't wait to work alongside Conservation Colorado to make it happen. You're here tonight because you already know how awesome this team is. But let me personally encourage you to support them financially here tonight. Thank y'all so much for this award. And never forget that the future is worth the fight. Thank you.
And now we are going to hear from U.S. Representative Joe Neguse, a tireless advocate for justice and environmental protection, a leader in getting the CORE Act passed in the House of Representatives in 2019, which proposes 400,000 acres of Colorado for permanent protection, and one of our biggest champions on climate and public lands.
Colorado. What words come to mind when you visualize our state? Close your eyes and think of the one word that encompasses this amazing place that we call home. Mountains, blue skies, golden aspens, sunshine, and snow. The very words that describe Colorado show why it is such an amazing place to live, work, and play. And that's our great outdoors. Coloradans agree. 89% of us say that a healthy outdoor lifestyle is a factor in choosing to live here. But not all Coloradans are able to experience the benefits of living here. Many in our state still suffer from environmental racism. Denver is host to one of the most polluted zip codes in the country. Coal, oil, and natural gas facilities are frequently located in low-income communities, and people of color across our state do not have the same access to outdoor opportunities. And so, despite our progress, challenges remain. But right now, you have an opportunity to address those challenges, an opportunity to ensure Colorado leads the way on climate change, an opportunity to protect our public lands and waters, and an opportunity to make sure that the environment is not a cause of systemic public health issues across this state. Every day, the staff, board, and members of Conservation Colorado, all of you, come ready to solve these problems. You are the reason that we are the only oil and gas producing state outside of California to have science-based carbon emission reductions in state law. You are the reason that oil and gas facilities are now required to be even further set back from homes and schools. And you're the reason we have millions of acres of protected public lands and are on a path to 30% of Colorado's lands being protected by 2030. And you are the reason that we were able to pass the Colorado Outdoor Recreation and Economy Act, the CORE Act, through the United States House of Representatives just last year. I'm Congressman Joe Neguse, and tonight I want to thank you and Conservation Colorado for your work. It's only with partners like you that this spectacular organization can make that work happen. Thanks again.
Thank you, Congressman Neguse. That was quite the endorsement from one of our biggest champions. Everyone, we know that you have given so much of your blood, sweat, and tears to the election this year, and we've accomplished so much together. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what's to come. Kelly, talk to us a little bit about what's to come.
Sure, thanks, Simone. We know that elections matter because we've seen this last year in particular how much leadership matters. And here in Colorado, we are doubling down on our leadership story because we know that it's going to take not only the work of all of us, but effective leadership to ensure that we meet our climate targets, that we're reforming the oil and gas industry, protecting 30% of our lands and water by 2030, and tackling environmental justice. That's going to take all of us working with effective leadership to continue our Colorado success. And that's why we're so glad you're here with us tonight.
Kelly brought up such a strong point. The way that we were able to generate all of this incredible energy as we head into this next season is we've done it together. We've done it as a team. And so now we've reached the time in our program where we're going to exercise a little bit more teamwork. We are going to use that muscle to get us all involved in helping Conservation Colorado fulfill their mission and doing more of the incredible things that we've already learned that they're doing today. Together, you and me and Kelly and everybody joining us today, we can make a tremendous impact. We can build support for policies that protect this place that we love, this place that my family's been in for 7 generations. And so we're going to ask for teamwork. We're going to ask you for your support at different levels. We're going to start our way high and fill all those levels up. And we're going to work our way to a level that meets your means and your passion for Conservation Colorado. We hope that you donate at least once, but you are not limited to donating only once. When you hear a level that matches your means and your commitment to the mission of Conservation Colorado, do not hesitate to donate to this tremendous organization. Here's how you can make a contribution. Look for a text from 566-51. Click the link, then click the green donate button. Are you registered to bid? If you're not registered yet, text CONSERVE to 566-51. If you have questions about how to bid, how to contribute, you can call Tori at 720-485-0141. Now, Conservation Colorado is a family of organizations, and tonight you can give to either Conservation Colorado or Conservation Colorado Education Fund. Kelly, can you just tell our friends out there, what's the difference between the two?
Sure, Simone. I'm so glad you raised this. There's 2 organizations. They both do critically important work. One is Conservation Colorado, and we work to protect our climate, lands, and water through work including elections and advocacy. So that means that you're supporting our electoral work and contributions are not tax deductible. We also have Conservation Colorado Education Fund, which focuses more on education and organizing, and those contributions are tax deductible. So whichever you choose to support, it will further our work on climate, lands, water, and protecting our communities.
Okay, When you click the donate button on your phone, you're going to see the two options to contribute. Please choose the one you'd prefer. Remember, this is a team effort, everybody. This is a team effort to support an organization who is supporting all of us. And you're not just supporting a local Colorado organization. It's a trickle-down effect, kind of like when you toss a pebble into that clean lake and you see that ripple happening. Supporting Conservation Colorado is supporting all of us, near and far. And so we're going to start off this evening by asking for gifts of $10,000. Please make your contribution now. Kelly, what would a gift of $10,000 mean for Conservation Colorado?
Well, it means a lot. That's a very generous donation, and it's critically important right now because, like I said, we are doubling down on this Colorado leadership story. So, for instance, our work on climate change. We know that the clock is ticking, and we have a limited amount of time to start on the right path to reduce our emissions and leave a climate legacy for our kids. And that kind of contribution really does help us double down on that leadership story and keep building a track record of climate success.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And I'm excited to say we've got a $10,000 donation. Thank you to AJ Grant and Kate Fay for your generosity, for your generous gift of $10,000. If anyone else would like to donate at the $10,000 level, please do so. We're going to step down a level to our $5,000 level this evening. $5,000 is a tremendous amount of impact for Conservation Colorado. Kelly, how does $5,000 impact Conservation Colorado?
Well, that's a terrific contribution, and we really would be able to move forward on things like the CORE Act that you talked about earlier, Simone, and Congressman Neguse has talked about. This would be really our next generation of land protection in Colorado, 400,000 acres. In really important and lovely part of the state that deserves protection. And that means passing a bill in Congress. That's taken years of on-the-ground work, building bipartisan coalition support for that kind of protections. And that's the kind of work that a contribution of that scale really helps move forward.
You know, it was staggering to hear that we're protecting 400,000 acres of land in Colorado. That's tremendous. And thank you so much. I just am seeing we've got a generous donor right now at the $5,000 level. Lynn Sulers, thank you so much for your generous gift and for your support of Conservation Colorado. David Becker, wow. Thank you for your support of Conservation Colorado. Kelly gave a great explanation of how your donation can impact Conservation Colorado. And so I'm just going to ask if there is anyone else that would like to contribute $5,000. Now's the time. Now, I don't want you to be like stunned by the clock, right? We can donate to Conservation Colorado throughout this time. But if there are any more $5,000 donors to be generous enough to contribute to the mission and work and impact of this phenomenal organization that is securing that we have a safe and clean and healthy climate for our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, now is the time to contribute $5,000. All right, we've got some generous climate champions out there. And so our next level that we are going to go to is $2,500. Kelly, what would a gift of $2,500 mean for Conservation Colorado?
Well, for instance, one of the things that we're really focused on right now in both our climate and our lands work is environmental justice and working to ensure that the policies that we're creating for tomorrow are really helping further protections for all communities, including those that are most impacted often by the pollution that we see in our communities. So that's hard work. It's a lot of coalition work. It's a lot of creative policy. And it's really working with folks at the community level to figure out solutions that are going to work for those communities. And that's what our organizers and our advocates do every single day. And so that kind of contribution goes a long way towards keeping those people on the ground working on those kinds of solutions.
that gets me excited because we're always talking about we want to be solutions driven and find solutions to fix these things. This is the level where you can contribute to us finding those solutions that we need so badly now. We've got a donor at $2,500, and I just want to personally thank Joe Breton. Thank you so much for your generous gift of $2,500. Are there any more generous donors, generous climate champions that want to donate $2,500 to the mission and work of Conservation Colorado? Now is our time to bid. Oh my goodness, I see another generous climate champion. This is what I'm calling you all. You guys are so tremendous. Joanne Hackos, thank you so much for your generosity. Martha Records, again, you're contributing to finding solutions. Thank you so much for your generous donations. Is there anyone else at the $2,500 level? Again, as I stated, I don't want you to feel stifled that we're moving through these levels. So if at any point, if somebody wants to give at any level, feel free to do so by texting 566-51 to conservation, 56651 to conserve. Please do that. But is there any other generous donor that wants to donate at the $2,500 level to find solutions for pollution? I think I might have just gotten a rhyme in there. So hopefully we can get some more donors just for the fact that we even got a rhyme in there. Our next level is $1,000. Now this is a level that also has a tremendous amount of impact for Conservation Colorado. Kelly, what would a gift of $1,000 mean to Conservation Colorado?
Well, a gift of $1,000 is just critically important to continue our work on things like engaging the public. We've seen, even as this pandemic has turned our work remote, that people are showing up, and they're showing up to speak up for climate action, to speak up for environmental justice, protecting our land and water. And we've been working with folks, even remotely, turning out to public hearings, contacting their elected officials. And we see a surge in leadership and action from the public on climate change. I think because it's really top of mind after the wildfires and the public health impacts of the pandemic made worse in many communities by pollution, air pollution. So keeping our organizers on the ground, out in the community, even when it's remote, still having an impact, that's the kind of thing that these kinds of contributions allow us to do.
I mean, and this is so true. I have to say, it's been tough in Colorado to see soot, right, falling from the sky, to have to dust it off of your cars. And all you can think is, gosh, we got to talk about climate change. We got to have these conversations. And it is incredible that Conservation Colorado is at the forefront of this work. And I'm excited to see that we've got a few more climate champions coming in here because they too share this passion. So Mark Eddy actually has come in at the $2,500 level. That's huge. Thank you so much. And John Backlund, wow. Thank you for your generous gift. Like I said, remember, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. I said, look here, don't feel stifled because I'm moving along the continuum with our donations. You donate whenever you're moved to do so for the part that makes you feel so passionate about Conservation Colorado. And we've got a lot more climate champions coming in here to show their support for this amazing organization at the $1,000 level. So I just want to send a shout out to Ron Senton. Thank you so much for your $1,000 donation. Thank you to Chuck and Jean Townsend. That's amazing at the $1,000 level. This is tremendous. I mean, again, seeing that soot falling from our beautiful blue skies in Colorado, you all, that was tough. But just knowing that we have an organization that's organizing to create impact, to educate us on what we can all do, means so much to so many of us. And your donation helps to continue these programs. We've got another generous climate champion, Michael Freeman. Thank you so much, Michael, for your $1,000 donation to Conservation Colorado. Now, again, don't feel boxed in. We're in the box state, but don't feel boxed in by these levels, everyone, because there is still plenty of opportunity for you to donate to this cause, to this organization. to really create true impact and change that we'll see, right, for generations to come. So our next level is $500. We are looking for someone to join our team. We're looking for a few climate champions to join our team at the $500 level. Talk to us a little bit about the impact that $500 would make on the work of Conservation Colorado.
Well, let me give you an example from the elections, the recent elections, Simone. I have the numbers our team was just going over on what we did around the elections. 460,000 voters contacted, 58,000 calls made, 93,000 texts sent, and 53 candidates endorsed. And here's the really cool part about that. 30% of those candidates were candidates of color, and 54% were women. That is really the kind of electoral work that we see here in Colorado that's just such a huge opportunity. And it takes resources to get out there and send those texts and make those calls and work with our candidates. So every contribution is just critically important toward that work.
Absolutely. We were having a conversation earlier today, and I think we all agreed. We said representation matters. We need people that represent our interests, that look like us, that understand our causes. And a donation really helps to ensure that we are adequately represented. I want to give another shout out to another donor that's come in at $1,000, David Beecher. Thank you so much for your donation at the $1,000 level. Your generosity means so much to this organization. Okay, so I just did some quick math in my head, which could be dangerous, but I think it could be very beneficial for you all. Every time 2 people donate $500, we raise another $1,000 for Conservation Colorado. And that means that we're increasing our impact, right? For this organization that is doing so much to ensure the longevity of this planet so that we can be here for generations to come. And so I see that there's some more climate champions donating at the $500 level. Jamie Braish, thank you so much for your donation. Oh, and Joel Cohen, thank you so much as well for your very generous donation. This is incredible, and your donations match that you clearly think that this work is incredible. So thank you so very much for your generosity. There's still time to donate, everyone. So get out your mobile phones. I know you've been taking all those pictures to post on social media about how you're celebrating Conservation Colorado. But now we want to use those phones to really do the work, to do this important teamwork of getting more support of the mission and work of Conservation Colorado. So our next level is $250. Again, I'm doing arithmetic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing more arithmetic. But every 4 people at the $250 level is also $1,000. Again, to benefit education about policies, to help get more candidates endorsed and elected that represent our interests. So I'm going to ask you all to dig deep. I know we've got a lot of excitement for what the future holds, and your donations are solidifying the future of this incredible organization to ensure that we are impacting this mission. So, oh my goodness, Jeff Basinger, thank you so much for your $250 donation. Maria Handley, thank you so very much for your generous donation. And again, every 4 people at the $250 level gets us to another $1,000 donation, which has tremendous impact on the work of Conservation Colorado. Dave Young, we see you. Thank you so much, Dave, for your donation. Kristen Apple, wow. Thank you for your generous donation to Conservation Colorado. Thank you, thank you. You know, I was just saying earlier today, I am so excited for the new that we are stepping into. And apparently I am like doing some Dr. Seuss kind of rhymes too. This is like the 3rd time tonight. I'm excited for the new we're stepping into. If you share my excitement and zeal for all of the new, we're going to ask you to donate to Conservation Colorado. I'm seeing donations coming in faster than I can speak, so I just want to do some more shout outs. Lois Schaefer-Lazowski, thank you for your $500 donation. Thank you so very, very much. We've got some more donors coming in at the $250 level, and I just want to give a special shout out and send some love to Susan Jones. Thank you very much for your $250 donation. Again, we're excited to step into the new. We're excited to stand up for climate change. We're excited for all of these things, and the way we're able to do this best is through your support and through our teamwork. Oh my goodness, thank you, Elise Jones, for your generous $250 donation. You are making such an impact, all of us as a team. Thank you so very, very much. Again, like I said, I would never want to stifle any of you from reaching into your pockets to really show how much you have passion for the work of Conservation Colorado. So, if you want to donate at the $10,000 level, guess what? You still can. If you want to donate at the $5,000 level, there's room for you on that team as well. Feel free to donate at any level, but right now, we are going to go to the $100 level. Now, I'm big on issuing challenges because I believe that as a team, we can conquer anything. And so my challenge is to get 10 people to donate at the $100 level. Because here I go again, I'm doing my math. For every 10 people at $100, that is also a $1,000 donation. And it looks like the climate champions are racing to show their support. Jeff Basinger, thank you so much. Actually, Jeff has given $125. Thank you, Jeff. Sarah Kelly, $100 donation. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment and your generosity. Barbara McLaughlin, thank you so much for your generosity. Christina Lautenberg, thank you as well for being a part of the $100 club. Whoop, whoop. And Becky Long, thank you so very much. I want to just kind of, we're pushing for climate change. I'm also going to push for another 5 donors, generous donors, at the $100 level. Please dig deep. Like I said, I'm excited for the new. I can barely contain myself. If you're excited for the new that we're getting ready to step into, give at the $100 level. I see it happening. I see it happening. We've got another donor, Terry, and I'm going to butcher the name, just know my heart's Slavika, has given at $1,000. So thank you so much. Barbara McLaughlin's actually given at the $200 level. I want to make sure that I have all of this accurate. This is another name, a new friend, a new champion. Nicole Malaku, thank you so much for giving at the $250 level. Mary Young, thank you so much for another donation at the $250 level. And Timothy Mock, thank you as well for your generous donation. Thank you to all of you. You all are climate champions. Thank you. Deborah Goad at the $100 level. And you all, I'm getting excited. If the cameras could stay on me, I'd probably take a lap, but I can't because I still want to be able to engage with all of you. We're getting close to our 10 people at this $100 level that we've issued this challenge for. So, I need another one person to show their support for Conservation Colorado, just so that we can say we got 10 people at the $100 level. Brandon Baird, thank you so much. Casey Becker, thank you so very much for your generosity. You all are climate champions, and you are making such a huge difference. Yay! Jen Clanahan, thank you so much for your donation at the $100 level. Now, if you haven't yet made a contribution tonight, and another one came in, Susan Rosenberry, $100 level. Okay, if you have not yet made a contribution tonight, we hope that you'll make a gift at one of these levels. Just know that your gift has tremendous impact on the work, on the mission, on the programs of Conservation Colorado. Thank you. Thank you. We invite you to make gifts upon gifts. And if you're done making a gift, consider making another one. Kelly, can you tell us a little bit about what Conservation Colorado does with the money it raises?
Sure. We've talked about a lot of parts of our work tonight, but one of the things that we haven't talked about is something that's really near and dear to my heart, which is that Conservation Colorado really is a statewide organization. We have 5 offices across the state, including 3 on the West Slope, which is a little unusual, but we think really important. Also an office in Pueblo and organizers throughout the metro area and the North Front Range. And really what that does is it puts us on the ground in all the different parts of the state, because Colorado is a big state, it's a diverse state, and it really gives us that on the ground experience and that voice and that credibility to be working with those different communities, engaging them, working with folks from Pueblo to the West Slope to the North Front Range. And that takes a lot of resources, as you can imagine, to have those 5 offices, have staff who are experienced in those communities and really spending their time in different parts of the state working with folks. So that takes resources, and it's why we need your support tonight.
So Kelly, what's ahead in 2021?
Well, I think one of the key things that we have to do is we have to build back better. It's been a really tough year, and there's just no way around that. But as we look to the challenges of the past year, we have to look to the opportunity of looking ahead and building back better. And that means that we have an opportunity to take our economy and reimagine how we want that economy to go for the future. How do we start building a carbon-free economy, which we know we're going to have very soon for future generations. And so how are we investing in those clean energy jobs? How are we changing our economy to make it carbon free, and also to really invest in one of the things that we've seen be such a huge respite during this pandemic, which is the outdoors. We have to ensure that we are continuing to protect what we love about Colorado, that we aren't loving it to death, and that it's here as a legacy for future generations, this incredible state that we love.
This is so true. Like I said when we started, my family's been here for 7 generations. And I'm hoping that this beautiful place is here for generations and generations to come. And the only way that happens is with organizations like Conservation Colorado and the incredible support of our climate champions. That's all of you that are with us in this, supporting us. So thank you for your incredible support. None of this would be possible without state leadership. Coloradans are lucky to have a leader who ran and won as a climate champion, a governor who can take us boldly forward on climate action. Please welcome Governor Jared Polis.
Thanks, Simone. Hi, everyone. I'm Governor Jared Polis, and I am so excited to be with you today virtually. You know, this year in Colorado, we've seen the very real impact of climate change, extreme statewide drought, a changing climate making it harder for our farmers and ranchers to get by, and of course, the most historic, devastating wildfires, including the largest 3 wildfires in the entire history of Colorado. You know, when I ran for governor, I ran on a bold goal of moving Colorado to 100% renewable energy by 2040, bolstering our state's clean energy economy. And we're making amazing progress in that direction. This goal was important back in 2017 when I came up with it, 2018 when I was elected. Now it's even more important than ever before for the future of our state, our country, and our world. I'm proud of the work that we've done so far, but there's no question there's a lot more work to roll up our sleeves and get done. Our transition to renewables has only accelerated in the last 2 years as we've worked with utilities that operate about 97% of the fossil fuel generation in Colorado to really make meaningful commitments to deep emission reductions to achieve our goal of 100% renewable energy by 2040, while of course maintaining reliability and saving customers money. A swift transition to renewables not only reduces pollution in a top emitting sector, but it also positions us to extend the impact of that clean electricity across many more sectors like transportation, buildings, and more. We've even taken a number of steps with zero emission electric vehicle standards, and we continue that work. Over the last year, we've been working to implement the landmark oil and gas legislation, SB 181, that I signed in 2019. We've appointed a new oil and gas commission to put health and safety first. And our commission has advanced a number of measures to enhance protections for our air, our water, and our wildlife. I'm also proud that last week we opened Fisher's Peak as Colorado's 42nd state park just outside Trinidad. During the pandemic, Coloradans have really utilized our amazing outdoor areas as a way to safely recreate and spend socially distanced time with others. Visitation numbers are through the roof, and it's exciting that our newest state park, one of our largest, will provide additional options for Coloradans to experience the beauty of southern Colorado. Our public lands aren't just important for our environment, but they're critical drivers of our economy and will be essential to our economic recovery. Colorado is a model when it comes to taking bold climate action, and we need to continue to work together to exceed all of our goals in time and in emission reductions. As you know, in September, I released a draft greenhouse gas pollution reduction roadmap that outlines strategies for exactly how we can make progress with these goals. We're currently soliciting feedback. I suspect that many on this call have ideas and feedback for us, and we look forward to working in partnership in the days ahead. Earlier this week, I released our fiscal year 2021-2022 budget, which really prioritizes tackling climate change, including $78 million for wildfire relief, mitigation, and prevention, $40 million for clean energy finance programs to position Colorado's to seize the economic benefits of the new energy economy and achieve our renewable energy goals even sooner. And exciting proposals, including creating an innovative new climate resiliency office at the Department of Agriculture, and new investments to help make sure that we can transition away rapidly from a coal-based economy. Now, I am proud to introduce my friend, former colleague of mine in the United States House of Representatives, Jay Inslee. When I think about who's driving the conversation around real climate solutions in this country, Jay Inslee is among those at the very top of that list. Governor Inslee made climate a key part of his presidential race, brought forward ideas for how America can really move forward. On a personal note, I worked with him closely, achieving a number of wins on clean energy and climate legislation while we were in the House. There's little doubt that Governor Inslee is a true climate leader who's reshaped the policy map for climate advocacy in America. Please help me give a warm Colorado welcome to Governor Inslee.
Greetings to Colorado from the great state of Washington. I'm so honored to get to join you here at this virtual meeting. And the reason is we are united in our love of our states, of being some of the most treasured places in the universe. And I'm delighted to join Governor Polis, who's done such great work for the environment of Colorado and by extension, our environment as well. We have had a running argument between our states as to what is the most beautiful state. Governor Polis is always reminding me that he has so many more 14ers than I do in my state. I only have one, Mount Rainier, and he lords that over me repeatedly. And my only response is we have a lot more glaciers on Mount Rainier. And we do have this coastline with the Pacific Ocean, which we kind of treasure. So we're going to have this continuing argument. And we also would like to have an argument who has the most aggressive plan against climate change. And I appreciate his leadership on this subject, where he has made real progress with the leaders in this room and on this call, because the things you've done are significant. To have a gas producing state that has set real targets for reduction of CO2, the only state outside of California to do that, is significant progress. And we appreciate that in Washington State, because while you are protecting the incredible aspens and alpine meadows of Colorado, you're doing the same thing for our alpine meadows and my grandchildren's future in Washington State. And that's one of the reasons I feel really blessed to be in this mutual cause with everybody on this call, because everything you do in Colorado is saving Washington, and everything we do in Washington is saving Colorado. So I want to thank everybody on this call for your leadership, for what you've already done in this fight against carbon dioxide. Now, we know there's more work to do, and we know that you will do more work, and same in Washington State. We know that during the dark days of the Trump administration, which today we have high hopes will be ended shortly, that there's been no progress out of the White House, but there certainly has been in Colorado, and there certainly has been in Washington State. And I know that regardless of what happens in the presidential race, we're going to continue our mutual efforts in this regard. Now, I am very hopeful about Vice President Biden winning, It looks good as I film this today. And the reason is that his plan is really a delight. His plan is comprehensive, it is robust, it is appropriately ambitious, and it is achievable both politically and technologically and economically because it's based on job creation. And I know that's what you've had in Colorado. It's what we've had in Washington State. Our clean energy jobs are going 3 times faster than the rest of the economy. And everywhere I look in my state, I see clean energy jobs. In fact, I was driving out of Malden, Washington, small town in eastern Washington, and this is a town that was burned down in our fires. 80% of the homes were destroyed. And as I was leaving the town, I looked up on the hill and I saw a row of wind turbines that are spinning off perfectly clean electricity, creating jobs, really good paying jobs for machinists and carpenters and laborers and engineers and farmers who are getting paid for the right to have those in their fields. And I saw kind of the alpha and omega of our future. We saw a town burned down by fires that have made much worse because of climate change. And I saw a physical manifestation of the clean energy economy that we know that we can build. So we have high hopes for Vice President Biden. But regardless of what happens, we know Colorado and Washington State are going to continue to make progress. We're going to grow jobs. We're going to reduce CO2. We're going to give people cleaner air because this is a health issue. We know that. By the way, it's just not climate change that burning fossil fuels endangers. It's our very quality of air. We know our near epidemic of asthma in our children are made worse by toxic material coming off burning fossil fuels. So this is a primary health issue, not just a secondary health issue. So congratulations to Colorado. Congratulations to Jared. You've had great progress. I know you're going to continue it. And we will continue to argue about the most beautiful state. And I hope to be embraced in a very healthy competition of who's going to have the most aggressive CO2 reduction program as well. That's a great competition to be having. So kudos, early bed, early rise, work like hell and organize. Let's go take care of our beautiful states. Jared, thanks a lot. Keep up the great work, friend.
Thank you, Governors Polis and Inslee. I just love this idea of a climate competition between Washington and Colorado State. In fact, I think we need that competition between all the states. And congratulations to Senator Gonzalez, our 2020 Legislator of the Year. We are so appreciative of your leadership. And really, I have to say a huge thank you to all of you tonight. I'm so impressed. I can't believe it. We are on track to raise even more than we did last year. And that's just amazing to me because here we are remote. We're not even in a big ballroom together celebrating. And we're going to raise more money than last year and maybe even the year before. And that's just remarkable. And so important because, as we've talked about, we have to do even more next year. We have to double down on this Colorado story. We really can build back better from the pandemic, from the recession, and we can do that together. But it takes all of us chipping in to get that done. Thankfully, we now have soon in the White House a partner again, a partner in climate action, in protecting our environment. And we need, let's be clear, the Biden-Harris administration to be absolute champs on climate change straight out of the gate. But make no mistake about it, the on-the-ground action is still in the states. States are where the pollution is cut, states are where the innovation is happening, and states are where environmental justice is achieved. And it takes all of us to do that, to keep moving the states forward. Tonight is a celebration. It's a chance to look forward after what's been a very long year and to look ahead to what's next. And most importantly for us, it's a chance to thank you, all of you, with whom we could not do this work without you. And we want to thank you for your time, your hope, your passion, and your generosity. You really do make us Colorado proud every single day.
Thank you all. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your support of Conservation Colorado. The auction will remain open until 9 p.m. Remember that all gifts to the auction are tax deductible. Also, it's not too late to register to bid. Text CONSERVE to 566-51 or contact Tori at 720-485-0141 or email events@conservationco.org. Also, it's not too late to donate. Be sure and join our team, join our club, donate to Conservation Colorado. I am Simone D. Ross, and it has been a pleasure to be with you tonight. Thank you all again for joining us, for your generosity, and for your continued support of Conservation Colorado.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late.
No worries. Let's just get right into it.
What's it gonna take to make you dance with me? What's it gonna take to make you mad with me? What's it gonna take to make you rise up with me? What's it gonna take to make you look, get 'em hooked, make 'em see?
Don't beat yourself up, you know we all have those days. Gotta shake it all off, girl, there's fire to make. It's just me on the melodies, the drums and the bass, but it doesn't matter, they don't care anyway.
The measure of my heart is like the measure of my waist. Got an app to filter out my face. So we can sell 'em and sell out our every line. So strange to me, I gotta find my heart with the click drum telling me where to start. I want you to feel my pulse and then drop a beat to match my BPM. Let me go one time and then you'll see that I don't need your drum machine. This is why my heart beats. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Your soul. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. Let your heart beat. I don't need your drum machine. This is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby. Let your heart
I can make it my own without ever taking the soul away. Won't worry about the players telling me they can't go today. I need to get my work done, I need to get gear. I can't depend on others when it's all right here.
So what's it gonna take to make you dance with me? What's it gonna take to make you mad with me? What's it gonna take to make you rise up with me? What's it gonna take to make you look, get 'em hooked, make 'em say, I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat. Let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat. Your soul, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat. I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat.
Track so hot you gotta hose us off. This a life of animals, Noah's Ark. Too many different styles off, using the one, we abusing them, son, and we going hard. We trying to make the most of art. It'll make you get out of your seat, no Rosa Parks. Number one on the drums and my flow was raw. Add a little Sam to the show, it's on. Studio producers and the live ones too. It's all for us, so let me vibe with you. My time with you will be full of the movements, grooving. You know I'll ride with you. That funk may be uptown, but we do it all downtown. You know it's all about the love now. Pow wow, now we get into the rhythm and we give it a little bit of the real, and we out now.
I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat. Your soul, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat. Your soul, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat, let your heart beat. I don't need your drum machine, this is why my heart beats. We don't need your drum machine, baby, let your heart beat.
Yeah, yeah. is just enough. Whisper that you love it, love it, love it. Baby, I'ma let you see. Gonna feel like gravity when you trust me and you touch me. Never so insanity. Gonna feel like, gonna feel like, gonna feel like, gonna feel like, gonna feel like gravity.
change someday.
Let's go, Trent.
Might as well start with me.
Let's go.
Let's go. They love my vibe, they just mad they ain't found theirs. But if they looked inside, they would see it's right there. I'm masked up and I sliced all my slight fears. Was able to live in that dark cause I'm a light seer. They try to count me out, then call me out, I'm right here. Light years ahead, but didn't have a light year. The solutions crept up when I made the plan. The evolution sped up and made me who I am. So I don't understand how I got depression still. And they don't comprehend why I got an aggressive feel. The aggression's real, but the progression still keep me motivated cause I hate standing still. I'm trying to stack a couple meals and never miss a meal. I'm sorry that I kept you waiting, no you missed the feel. I'm sorry that I kept you waiting, no you missed the real. Dark days, bright days, hopefully this change gon' bring me change someday. One day, yeah, I could get $1 out this world, but I promise it's some change.
You know, I think people been doing too much talking. Talking about right, wrong, war, peace. But what I'm talking about is unity. Unity under this groove. Let me show you. Everybody come together now. Cause this groove that we are putting down ain't about to wait for you to decide the why, the what, the how. No, this ain't a debate. Listen to what we say. We are teachers, teach your lesson. Get up and clap your hands. Oh, what it is. Don't you see what we're coming with now? What we're spreading across this land. Go on, tell them. It's love and unity. You know, I think some people are trying to come against it, though. Every day people talk with their fingers. Slinging words whose poison seems to linger. Drawing lines and searching for the ringer to shut it all down. I've been round, I've been getting down, I've been here in town. So people wondering what to do. But when I'm with my crew, I can feel the love, I'm hot as a dove. Gotta give it up to everyone who's living proof. This walking round and round while feeling crazy. Calling for action while being lazy. I'd rather just dance here with my baby to this funky sound. Get up and clap your hands. Get down, don't you see? I gotta get it now. We're spreading across this land. Some love and unity. Love and unity. We gotta take it high. Show 'em. Got to get on down. Tell them what it is. What we're spreading across this land is love and unity. Oh, got to come together. People get up and clap your hands. Now, right now, don't you see? Everybody get down. What we're spreading across this land. Unity. Oh, I got to take it higher. So there it is. We gotta come together. 'Cause we gotta forget about what we hate. We're all together on what we love.
The past is past, the masses pass on a path of individuality, mortality, great to mistake, change, let it be your pose. Until the next round of greatness, the world is spacious for you, me, we, leadership for the people, monumental,
sorry I'm late.
No worries.